Appreciate your attendance today and help with the Educational Professions Subcommittee. Today we have with us Christine Culp for Teach for America USA. She's in the audience today. Glad to have you with us today. Do we have any media present? No media present. Okay. The first thing we need to do is approve the committee minutes from our April meeting. Is there any objection approving the minutes? Hopefully you've had an opportunity to look at it. Committee members. Hearing no objection, the minutes will be approved by unanimous consent. The next thing we need to do is look at the agenda for today. A few items on that agenda, so hopefully you've looked at it. Is there any objection to approving the agenda that is presented? Hearing no objection, that it is approved by unanimous consent. We have no one signed up for public comment. So the committee items that we have for this morning. The first thing on the agenda is New Educator Preparation Program Approval Recommendations. This is from the College of Charleston's Masters of Art in Teaching. And Jacqueline Walsh, Jacqueline and Mary are the heroes today.
Thank you so much. So as you said, College of Charleston has developed a new Master of Arts in Teaching program in the certification area of English for Speakers of Other Languages, or ESOL. The proposal underwent an external peer review by the subject matter experts who evaluated the rigor and the content of the programs to prepare teachers and ensure that all requirements established in South Carolina statute, regulation, and guidelines were addressed sufficiently. The team approved the program with conditions, and then following the institution's revision of the proposal, the PRC completed a final evaluation, reviewing the recommendations of the external peer review team and determining that everything was adequately addressed in the final proposal. The PRC considered the College of Charleston proposal on March 15th and voted to recommend the program for approval by the State Board. If the proposal is approved by the State Board, the institution will be able to enroll candidates beginning with the fall 2024 semester and recommend successful programs for the certification in the field of ESOL. Pursuant to Act 114 and State Board policies, all the educator preparation programs will also be required to align with the SC competencies that are now revised moving forward. So the SCDE recommends that the State Board approve the MAT program for ESOL at the College of Charleston.
Are there any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
I move that the SBE approve the Master of Arts in Teaching Multilingual Learners Program for the preparation and certification of candidates in the field of English for speakers of other languages, UK through grade 12 at the College of Charleston.
Board Member Slaughter made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There is a second by Board Member Harrington. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion carries. Jackie's still on. This is the new teacher education program approval recommendations for Bob Jones.
Thank you, yes. This is a second program. Bob Jones University has developed a Bachelor of Science program in special education, multi-categorical. SCDE followed the same procedure that included the external peer review with subject area experts who evaluated the program to ensure that all those requirements were sufficiently addressed. The external peer review team approved the program with conditions, and then following the revised proposal, the PRC completed a final evaluation, reviewing the recommendation of the external peer review team to determine that the final proposal adequately addressed all the state requirements for teacher certification. The PRC considered Bob Jones' proposal on March 15th and voted to recommend the program for approval by the State Board. If the proposal is approved by the State Board, the institution will be able to enroll candidates and recommend successful program completers in the certification field of special education, multi-categorical. And as previously noted, this program will also be required to show evidence of alignment with the new South Carolina literacy competencies. SCDE recommends that the State Board approve the Bachelor of Science program in Special Education Multi-Categorical at Bob Jones University. Thanks.
Are there any questions? I have one, Jacqueline. Why BS?
Bachelor of Science. My apologies.
Yeah, well, it is, but why? Why are they doing
Why are they doing a BA?
BS? Usually it's a BA. So what's the?
I'm not sure. I think that was an institutional decision on their part. I think that maybe just aligned better with their current structure.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still a yeah. It's,
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't mean anything.
Oh no, not at all.
Take that the wrong way.
Oh, did I?
I'm sorry. No questions? Do I have a motion that we approve the recommendation as stated?
So moved. Taking the easy way out this time.
Board Member Slaughter made the motion. Do I have a second? Do you know you're on this committee now?
No.
Well, you are.
Welcome.
I was afraid of that, that's why. So is it second by Board Member
Yes, I'll second.
Terabal? Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you.
So much.
We have one more item. This is Teach for America South Carolina, the partnership request, and there are a lot of them, a lot of
Yes.
requests.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, well, good morning, everyone. I am bringing before you a request from Teach for America South Carolina to establish partnerships with 3 entities. The State Board originally approved Teach for America as an alternative route program by resolution in 2010. And has been operating in the state since that time. Over the course of those years, they have partnered with various districts. Some they maintain an active partnership with, some they do not, but they are seeking to expand for the 25-26 academic year to the 3 entities here. Teach for America operates a little differently than some of our other alternative route programs. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with Teach for America being a national organization. Their candidates all have bachelor's or master's degrees at least. They come out of the collegiate experience and apply for Teach for America. Previously, that was a national selection process. That has moved to an in-state selection process. And Christine Colpsey from Teach for America South Carolina is here if you have any questions that she might be able to answer today. But they are seeking to expand, bring in some more first and second year core members moving forward, and so they're seeking these partnerships. One at Butler Academy, which is a charter school in South Carolina over in the Hartsville, Darlington region. They are seeking to partner with Richland School District 1 and also with Sumter School District. There is a provision in the Teach for America guidelines that if there is a timing issue in terms of recruitment and approval, that the state board chair can make a determination to approve an entity. And in February of this year, Dr. O'Shields approved a request from Teach for America to place candidates in Allendale for the 24-25 school year. So they have begun active recruitment to place candidates in Allendale, which is one of the districts that the State Board and the State Department has oversight of. So they bring in this request, and we recommend the approval to expand to these 3 entities.
Are there any questions of our guest or of Ms. Hipp?
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry. Can you explain what the new structure looks like? So are the candidates only candidates that were interested in teaching in South Carolina? What's the impact of the new non-national structure?
I'm going to ask Ms. Colpsey to address that if that's okay, because I don't want to make up an answer for you.
No worries.
So we still do have a centralized selection model. The key difference is that in the past, folks would just apply to Teach for America as a whole, and there would be a pretty extensive process for them to sort of figure out what regions they wanted to be a part of. They would rank them. There would be lots of other factors that would be considered. In this new iteration, folks apply directly to the so here, this year, for example, they were able to apply directly to South Carolina. And then once they applied directly to South Carolina, they were able to specify whether or not they prefer to be in our PD subregion or our Low Country subregion. And so in this way, we're really able to, when we go out and recruit folks, to really focus in on this like South Carolina first tagline when we're talking about the program.
Good, good. Any other questions?
Yes, I'd like to know if you could give us sort of a summary. You said you've been operating here since 2010. How many teachers have you placed? What is the retention rate on those teachers? And how do you evaluate the performance of those teachers after they get past that approval process?
So I'm going to talk a little bit, and then I'm going to turn it over to Christine as well. So Teach for America operates a little differently than other programs in that those core members commit to a 2-year placement in a South Carolina district. Other alt-route programs, the intent, start to finish, is for those candidates to go from an alternative route certificate to a professional, a standard professional certificate. With Teach for America, the commitment is for 2 years, after which those core members can go on to stay in education or to pursue other careers. There is an option in the Teach for America guidelines that allows those candidates to pursue a 3rd and 4th year and earn a professional certificate in South Carolina. There's a limited number of candidates that have done that, and we can certainly pull numbers on that. It's been probably 4 or 5 years since we've done a full evaluation on those numbers. Currently, there are 13 second-year Teach for America candidates in South Carolina. We've issued a total of 28 certificates overall for the current academic year. So there are 15 candidates that have opted for that 3rd or 4th year option to pursue a standard certificate. So the intent, I think it's important to understand the intent with Teach for America is not necessarily for those candidates to remain and become or to get a professional certificate. Our hope is that when they come to South Carolina and they work in our schools, that they will choose to do that.
What percentage, is that the percentage is between 28 and 15?
So those are the numbers for the current year. We would have to pull those numbers for you, and we certainly can do that for the board.
And I can also certainly share that we are currently in a process of reviewing all of our data throughout since 2011. And so we should actually have some pretty solid numbers to be able to share on that front very soon. What I can share in terms of just very recent data is that, to Ms. Hibbs' point, while they do not have to continue in the classroom or continue teaching past their 2-year commitment, the work that we do with them is really actually focused on really supporting them and understanding that a longer-term commitment to the classroom is truly necessary if there is any impact that they want to be able to make for students. And so we do actually highly stress the importance of staying at least a 3rd year, if not longer. So I can share just for our retention to a 3rd year, so folks that have decided to stay after their 2nd year commitment is over the past 5 years has been over 70%, except for in 2022 where it was 63%.
How well do they perform in those first 2 years? I mean, what kind of results do their students get?
Yes. So another piece of the puzzle is obviously the student achievement data. That is also something that we are doing a deep dive into. For a variety of different reasons, it was difficult to have a really valid and quantifiable way to measure across all the different years, all the different school districts that they are a part of. And so I share that to say that we do understand the importance of having that really clear data point. And so we hope to be able to have something very clear to share around that front, either in middle of this summer or late this summer. Some just proxy measures that I can share is that we do principal surveys, surveying principals in our partner school districts, and our principal survey results often ask them questions that are tailored to whether or not they would hire a Teach for America Corps member again. Did they believe that the Teach for America Corps members in their school building were effective? There are also questions that ask them about the quality of Teach for America teachers compared to teachers that have come into the profession from other routes. And so by and large, on those first measures of just would they hire another Teach for America Corps member, the quality of the Teach for America Corps members, those results have been typically above the 90% range, with them not being below the 80% range. And then with the questions asking around comparability to teachers that have gone through a traditional teaching route, by and large, the feedback has been that our Corps members perform the same as folks that have gone through a traditional teaching route, and sometimes have performed slightly better.
Is this the first 2 charter schools that you've been asked to provide?
No, so they have a partnership and have candidates placed at Legacy Early College in the upstate. They also have a partnership with Liberty STEAM, which is in Sumter. So this will be, I believe, the 3rd charter school. They have also worked in the Meeting Street schools in Charleston and in Spartanburg. And those are kind of interesting, and those schools are kind of a public-private partnership, so probably comparable in many ways to a charter school. The other thing to remember is that each March we bring before this committee a report on Teach for America that includes the evaluation results for those teachers, not just on their overall adept evaluation results, but their student learning objectives, and their evaluation results are comparable to those of traditionally prepared teachers. So,
Thank you. Thank y'all for being here.
absolutely.
Madam Chair, the monetary commitment on Teach for America, is that with the student themselves or the teacher themselves or with the district?
The $5,000 to $5,500, that's the district. So that's the fee the district pays to Teach for America to staff a candidate in that district. And that is, it depends on the partnership, the amount. So.
Any other questions? Not, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Have a motion by Board Member Harrington. Do we have a second?
I'll
of the
second.
motion?
I'll second.
A second by Ms. Terrible. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. We have no items for information today. We now need to look at items 1, 2, and 3 again and see if someone could make a motion to place those on the consent agenda.
I move that items 1, 2, and 3 be placed on the consent agenda.
Board Member Slaughter has made the motion that we place the items on consent agenda. Is there a second?
A second.
Board Member Harrington has second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion carries. There is no other business that I have. We are adjourned.